Hey YouTube, Opinionative Reviewer here, bringing you guys a video on iSound. It's by Vlad, and it's in the Big Boss repo for free. Now basically what iSound does, it lets you customize the UI sounds for your entire device, or for all the sounds that it supports. Like say for instance, every time I open up a folder and close the folder, I'm going to hear a sound. Every time I exit an app out my app switcher, every time I turn up and down the volume, etc, etc, etc. Now enough of me blabbing, let me go ahead and show you guys what I'm talking about. So it adds an icon on your springboard, the iSound icon. You're going to go ahead and open it. So now this is the home page of iSound. You could say the home page. And when you first open it, you're not going to see all of these sounds here. You have to download some of them. It's going to come with about one or two, I can't remember, but probably none. You're going to have to download all of these. I'll show you guys all of that. So firstly, we have all these stuff. We have Create, Test, Respring, and Haptic. Haptic it only supports the iPhone, and if you don't have an iPhone, you're not really missing anything, because what Haptic does is every time you touch an option, you're gonna vibrate. So if you open an app, it's gonna vibrate. If you close an app, open a folder, close a folder, it's gonna vibrate. So that might get annoying after a while. So let's go ahead and jump into the store. So we're going to go into the store, and you don't have to pay for any of the sounds. They're all free, so don't worry because it says store. So these are the default themes you have here. You could just tap on them to download them. I have them downloaded already. So what I'm going to do is we're going to go ahead and tap other. So you have, this is the official repo, so you don't have to touch that. It's the same sounds that you see there. So we're just going to go ahead and tap on, come on, this one right here. So these are the sounds that you have in here. So you can just go ahead and tap on any of them and just go ahead and it's going to start downloading. It's super fast. You don't have to worry. When it says done, then you could just go ahead and click close. And let me just go ahead and download a couple of these. I already downloaded most of them. So now that I've finished download, just gonna go ahead and click done, and now this is where the fun starts. Now if you want, you could just select any of these profiles. So let's say for instance, I'm gonna go ahead and select Angry Birds. Now that I selected Angry Birds, it says respring to apply, but normally it just applies. I don't even have to respring. So you can go, after you select one, you could go into test, and you could go ahead and run through them and see what the sound like. So say for instance, let me just run through them and you guys will see. That doesn't have a sound on it, but for this for this sound, open and close the folder. Airplane mode, on and off. The ringer, which is the volume, you just heard me doing that. And this is for the apps that you close in your app switcher. And this one is for every time you open an app. It doesn't have a sound for every time you open an app for this. You have the progress bar. So it doesn't have a sound for that, and you also have the clear button. So when you touch, adding some, you hit clear, you hear a sound. So that's basically the gist of it right there. You could go ahead and select any of these, and let me go. I'm gonna actually go out, and I'm gonna demonstrate them for you. So let me open and close my folder. And as you saw, I didn't respring just now, but it's still working. But I advise you to respring. So let me go inside here. As you see, I opened the app and made a noise. Let me just go ahead and go into wallpaper and just go quickly so you guys can see the slide up. You see every time it slides up, you hear all of that sound. So that's basically it. So when you go and you select different categories, like different sound teams have more than some, and some have less. So sometimes if you have one and every time you touch one of these, you're gonna hear a sound, etc, etc. So let's go back out, and we're gonna go back into iSounds, and we're gonna go ahead and create our own. So you can go ahead and test these out and see all the sounds it has. You could test it from right here. That's the beauty of it. You don't have to apply it, then go out, respring, test it. You could test it from right there. But let's hit create. So say for instance you like the power on and off sound from one of them, which is the hood is the only one that has the power, the sleep and awake sound, locking sound. So I'm going to go ahead and apply those. If I like the press of the home button, which it doesn't have any for that, so I can't apply any. If I like the volume rockers of, say, the volume up and down for Angry Bird, I can select that. the text clear. If I like it for high tones, I could use that, etc. So you could go ahead and select the sounds for this. So if you like the pop-up sound for, say, Mac OS X, you could go do that. If you like it for app launch, you could go and use Tapbot sounds. And you could fill up these as long as it has enough sounds to fill them up. So once you do all of that, you could just go ahead and hit compile, which, and let me make sure I fill out some more so I can have something to demonstrate. So I think I selected enough of them right here. So I think I selected enough. So let me go ahead and hit compile, and I'm going to have to name it. So I'm just going to name mine custom and then click OK. So after I name it custom and click OK, it's going to go ahead and create that profile. So you see my custom profile. So when I use my custom profile, all of the sounds that I compile together, they're going to be used. So it's not just going to be Angry Birds, it's not just going to be Elements, it's not just going to be Mac OS X, it's going to be whatever I put. So I could combine all of them into one. So let me go ahead and respring. I think I got a respring to apply this one, so I'm going to respring. So now that I resprung my device, when I unlock, you should hear sound. Connection established, connection disengaged. Let me check, open my folder. You hear me open up my folder. What else I said, but that's basically it there. Like I just used multiple different stuff, and that's just my custom sound of all of them that I put together. So if I don't like one for something, I could just exchange it with something else. You just had a slide up sheet. So every time you have like that little action slide up sheet, that's what you're going to have. But that's basically what iSounds allows you to do. It allows you to customize your entire sound, your iSound, your sound UI, whatever you want to call it, for your device, for opening, closing apps, your app switcher, your add slide sheet, etc., etc., etc. So if you always wanted to select specific sounds for different actions in the UI, you could go ahead and do so with iSound. But that's basically it. It's called iSounds. It's in the Big Boss Repo for free. It's a matter of preference if you want to get it or not. With that being said, please rate, comment, subscribe. Have a nice day.